The Inflation Reduction Act is now on its way to President Biden to be signed into law, but you probably won't feel the impact of it for a while. I'm going to explain why in a second, but first, the House just passed the massive climate, healthcare, and tax bill. Final vote 220 to 207, with all Democrats voting yes, all Republicans voting no, and 4 Republicans not voting. Now, I know you're also very concerned about the IRS money in this bill, so I made a completely separate video about that, and it's already posted. But back to how this bill may impact you. First, you have to understand this bill does a ton of different things. I broke down all the specifics of what's in the bill in this video I posted last week. For today, I'm just going to assume you already watched it. So today, I'm going to break down this bill into 2 general columns. Column 1, items in this bill that will bring money into the government, and column 2, items in this bill the government will spend money on. The things that will bring money into the government will total about $790 billion over 10 years. The government will then spend that $790 billion on items in 3 buckets. Bucket 1, climate-focused policies. Bucket 2, healthcare. And bucket 3, federal deficit reduction. Yes, this bill is called the Inflation Reduction Act, but whether it actually brings down inflation depends on which economists you talk to. But for lots of Americans, it will bring down some real cost of living expenses. Eventually. For example, yes, there is a $2,000 cap on out-of-pocket spending for Medicare recipients, but not until 2025. It also caps the monthly cost of insulin for seniors on Medicare at $35 a month. Now that does start next year. Yes, this bill gives Medicare the power to negotiate drug prices with pharmaceutical companies, which will bring down the cost not only for Medicare recipients, but also for the federal government, which means American taxpayers. But that negotiating power doesn't start until 2026, and it only applies to 10 specific drugs to begin with. Now, yes, this bill provides tax credits for electric cars, solar panels, and more, but those don't start until next year. Now, there are some things that will happen immediately. If you get health care through the Affordable Care Act and financially qualify, the subsidies you've been getting for the last year will continue for the next 3 years, and that starts when open enrollment begins in November.